Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a haul mixed with a first impressions. I did a little bit of shopping during the Sephora Vib/Rouge event. I picked up a couple of items, so I'm going to be showing you what I got as well as trying them out for the first time, and we'll see how it goes. So the first product I picked up is from Fenty Beauty here. It's their new Eavesdrop, the blurring skin tint. I picked up the shade 1. I've got a feeling it's probably going to be a little bit light for me. I really don't know if this is going to work for me, but we'll see. So that's the first one I picked up to try out. Next we have this bronzer here from Gucci. This was definitely a bit of a splurge. Again, in this I got shade 1. This is actually the first time I've ever opened it out of the box, so it comes with this little really nice like velvet pouch. This is what it looks like. It's very luxurious feeling, and I definitely feel like I shouldn't own it. Yeah, I've seen really great reviews about it online, so I'm excited to try it out. Hopefully it works for me. Sometimes bronzers can look a little bit strange on my skin tone, but we'll give that one a go. Then I picked up the Patrick Ta blush duo. So half of this is a powder blush and the other half is a cream. So this is what it looks like here. So the top one there is a cream and then the bottom is the powder. It's just like a really nice dusty rose, and I feel like it'll look good on my skin. I don't know, we'll see. So then next, this one was something I've been eyeing for a really long time, and I've just never bit the bullet on any of their products because they are all very expensive, and that is this palette here from Pat McGrath. It was very pricey. This is the Mothership 5, like the V, the Bronze Seduction. So it comes in this nice little case, and then the palette's inside. So this is the palette here. It's very heavy, I will say. Like, it definitely feels luxurious, which for the price I would hope that it does. Oh, that's the back end. And then this is what it looks like inside. These ones, I love bronzy tones, and also this shade in particular here really caught my eye online. That one is called VR Fire Opal. It comes with a little carton here that has the shade names on it. The shade names aren't on here, so if you don't keep the carton, you won't know the shade names, which does bug me a little bit. I wish they were at least on the back, but anyways, this is what it looks like here. I will say the pants are very large, which I'm happy about. I mean, if you're spending this kind of money, I would hope that you're getting a decent amount of product. But yeah, we're gonna try that one on the eyes. That's all I picked up for makeup. I did make one more purchase, and again, this was very much a splurge for me. I don't normally spend money like this. I've been looking at this for a very, very long time, I will say, and with the 20% off that I had with Rouge, normally these products don't go on sale anywhere that they're sold, so I was shocked actually that the discount worked on them. So I kind of just bit the bullet and did it, and hopefully I like it. If not, I can return it, but I'm hoping I enjoy it. So that product would be this right here, which is the Dyson Airwrap. So again, this was very expensive. Even with the discount, it still was very expensive. Yeah, this was definitely an investment. I like that it doesn't use heat like other products does, and I do like how many attachments come with it. So it does come with the barrels, comes with the brushes, and then it also comes with a blow dryer attachment as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do a totally separate video on this, trialing it out. I have no idea if it's gonna be easy to use, hard to use. I've watched a ton of videos on YouTube, so I'm hoping like those tutorials kind of help me figure out what the heck I'm doing, especially in terms of like curling my hair. But yeah, this was the last purchase. Well, it was actually the first purchase I made in the sale, but for the sake of this video, this is the last thing that I picked up from Sephora. So with that being said, we are going to move on to the first impressions part of this haul with the makeup. So like I said, we're going to do a little bit of a first impressions with the makeup products that I picked up. So we're going to start with the blurring skin tint from Fenty. All right, so this is what it looks like out of the box. The back of the box here does say light to medium coverage for all skin tones, blends and blurs to instant perfection, light as air. And I did read that you should use either a brush or your fingers to apply. And the box also says to shake it. So just gonna shake it a little bit here. Okay, I've moisturized my skin, so then I'm gonna go in with this here. So the lid just twists off. Has like a little squeeze tube. It's quite liquidy, it feels like. And I just have a mirror down there. Just gonna dot this over, hope for the best. It definitely is like thicker, I would say, than like a tinted moisturizer. I'm not sure how I feel about my fingers. Okay, so first impressions, has a decent amount of coverage. I don't really love the way it feels on my fingers. It's quite thick. So I would probably go in with a brush next time. Oh, I missed a spot. But I do think it evened out my skin tone for sure. It is clinging to some dry patches here in my nose. I don't know if maybe I just didn't put enough moisturizer on to start either. But I'm gonna actually go in with a second layer with a brush and see if I can build the coverage a little bit. So this is just like a buffing brush from Sephora. They're number 56. I typically use this with the Hourglass Stick Foundation actually. Again, I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. And we'll see how this goes. I will say that did build really nicely. I don't think you'll ever get this to a full coverage foundation, but for people like me that do like a little bit more lighter coverage, I do think it looks really nice. And actually I'm surprised. The color seems to match pretty well. Obviously, like in the summer, if I have a tan going on, this color, this shade's not gonna work for me, but for right now, I will say I do still have a little bit of redness here on my cheeks. This side, not so much, just on this one. It does seem like I don't think it's really cleaning that much onto anywhere. I think on my nose, where it's like sticking into my pores, I just think I maybe didn't moisturize properly in there because it's only doing it on the one side, not the other. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my base and then we'll be back for some bronzer. Okay, so I'm back. Concealer is done. I did think the concealer blended into it pretty nicely. I don't really have any like qualms about that. The only thing is this like little patch on my nose here. Hopefully I'm close enough that you can kind of just see that it's gathering a little bit around my nose. That's really the only part that I can see so far. I was kind of under the impression that it was a little bit more dewy, but maybe that was just my mistake. But now knowing that it is a little bit more of a matte finish, I know for next time to just prep my skin a little bit different, but not a big deal. So then next we are going into the Gucci bronzer. So again, this is what the package looks like. Pops open here. There is a little, if I can get it out, brush that comes in. I'm probably not going to use it. I just don't really know how to use these that well. I'll probably just keep it in the bottom and it'll look pretty. Will say this does like feel very luxurious. It looks luxurious. The fact that I own something from Gucci now is like really strange to me. Alright, so again, just going to pick up a little on my angled brush here. See how this goes. I'm actually going to use a bigger mirror. I don't really know how much to use. I feel like that's a really nice color for me. I don't know if it'll pick up the same on my camera, but I do feel like that is a really nice shade. It's not too orange, but it's not too cool toned either. Maybe this is why people love it, even though it's expensive as frick. Also, yes, I put my hair in a ponytail just so that I could do bronzer. Because I need my hair out of my face so that I can like get my bronzer in my hairline. I mean, like, I shouldn't say I'm shocked because it had such good reviews. So like, I had high hopes, but sometimes, you know, people like rave and rave and rave about a product and then you hype it up like too much in your mind that when you get to it, it doesn't live up to the expectations. but this definitely living up to the expectations. I mean, hopefully it lasts me a very long time because I can't imagine like I would repurchase this like every 3 months, but also I don't go through bronzer that fast, so. Okay, so that's bronzer done. I will say really, really happy with this. Yeah, I mean, I know it's expensive, obviously, so I don't want to tell you like go out and get it, but if you have the financial means to go pick it up, I think people would really, really enjoy this. I picked up shade 1. This is what it looks like. This is my skin. I think it looks really, really nice. I just have a bigger mirror over there, sorry. Okay, so just a tiny bit of highlight. So next we're going to take the blush from Patrick Ta. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I said that I like to do bronzer, highlighter, and then blush to merge the two together. So, oh, it comes with a little lid. I didn't realize that at first. There's a little lid here. So actually when I looked up Patrick Ta, like his video himself on how to use this, he says to go in with the powder first and then the cream, which typically you put cream on first, but if that's what he says, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so I just have a tiny bit on my brush here. Well, I said tiny bit, I feel like that was a lot. Oh shoot. This is pigmented. Okay, I went in with much less on the other side. Way better. Just gonna do a little bit across my nose. I do really enjoy that color though. So this is with just the powder. We're gonna take the cream next. I do have a sponge to do it. I think I should wet the sponge first though. I actually picked this sponge up from just like my local Shoppers the other day, and this got really large with water, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I wasn't expecting it to get so big. It's from the brand Quo, like Q-U-O. I don't know if that's a Canadian specific brand. I know Shoppers, like the pharmacy, is Canadian. Okay, so I just picked up a tiny bit. I say tiny, but I really don't know. That could be a lot. The sponge does kind of smell funny, I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna bring that into my hairline a little bit actually. We have some rosy cheeks today. I really enjoy that color though. I'm not gonna put any more on. I need like a clean sponge, I think. This isn't wet, so this might not be the best, but I definitely went too heavy with the powder on this side. I didn't realize how pigmented it was gonna be. But yeah, this is the blush. I actually really enjoyed it as well. It will be a little bit of a learning curve for me. Just because I don't typically use cream blushes like this, but I do love the finish that it gave, so I'm excited to keep using it. So again, another win. I prefer the Gucci bronzer, I think, over this, but I prefer both those over the Fenty products so far. Okay, brows on, eyes are primed, so now we're going in with our Pat McGrath. So again, this is the palette. It's very heavy, very luxurious. There's a very decent sized mirror, and actually the mirror in here is very clear. You can probably not see your reflection, but yeah, I don't even like know where to start. I'm actually gonna look up Pat McGrath on Instagram because I know that they post little like tutorial type things with their palettes. So I'm gonna go with one of those. So we're gonna start with Entrapment here. Which is this like brown shade, and it says just to blend it through your crease with a fluffy brush and then diffuse it outwards. So I'm just gonna go with my Morphe M441 and hope for the best. So I'm just gonna pick up a little here on my brush. There's a lot of kickback there. So it says to just blend it through the crease and diffuse outwards. I will say that did go on really nicely. It got a little bit on my eyelid, but that's okay. I think it's just the brush I chose, but at first I wasn't sure when I picked it up. It didn't seem like there was a lot of product on my brush, but they are very pigmented. It's like about even. This one's a little bit lighter. I went in a little heavy on this side to start. It's gonna take a clean brush and just buff it out slightly. That's better. I really love like this shade, like the bronziness of it, if that makes any sense. I feel like it's really like complimentary. So then it says to apply Bronze Blaze and Guilty Pleasure on the lid. So Bronze Blaze is the one right next to it, the gold here. And Guilty Pleasure is this one down here. This is a Morphe J55. It's from a Jeffree Star collab. If you've watched my other videos, you know my thoughts on that. But so I'm just dipping back and forth. I don't normally apply like glitter shades with a fluffy brush like this, so we will see. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my word. My camera will probably not pick up like how stunning this is. Oh, that's stunning. Actually, I feel like this brush is not quite the right density. I switched brushes. This is from MAC. I'll have to link it below. It's their like classic blending brush. It's just old and the numbers run off. That's beautiful. I'm gonna go back in with the shade prior, which was Enchantment. Sorry. This is the only thing I don't like about not having like shade names on a palette anywhere is that like you really don't know. I'm gonna actually try with my finger. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, even more stunning, of course. That bronze shade is beautiful. So these are my eyes. Even that was just with 3 colors. Like that was really, really easy to do. Obviously the palette is very pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm very happy with how it's performed so far. So I'm gonna move on to my lower lashes. Her tutorial doesn't have anything for the lower lashes actually, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. So I'm gonna take Entrapment again, that like brown shade, and then I'm actually dipping a little bit into Disobedient, which is the darker brown at the bottom. And I'm just gonna run that along my lash line really loosely and kind of winging this out a bit. I'm gonna take Skin Show Divine Glow, which is this one here in the corner. Just pop that on my inner corners. Oh, that shade is so pretty as well. But yeah, that's the finished eyeshadow. I didn't even get to use the ones I really wanted to try. Like this iridescent one is really beautiful, and the one below it. Oh, those two are both like stunning. I can't wait to try those. They're like what drew me to the palette in the first place. I just think they're really, really unique shades. Like I don't have anything like that in my collection. I'm gonna go do some eyeliner and mascara quickly, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alright, so I'm back. Mascara's done, eyeliner's on. I went with a brown. I just felt like it complemented this a little bit more. And then I just popped on a gloss. This is actually from ColourPop, their Lizzie McGuire collection. If you want to hear thoughts about that collection, more than happy to give them. I have the palette, the lip scrub, and 2 of the glosses. But anyways, this is the finished look with my new products that I picked up from Sephora during their sale. The only one I'm a little bit on the fence about actually is the Fenty blurring skin tint item. I think I just didn't really like prep my skin properly for it, so I'm gonna give it another shot and see how it goes. But other than that, like I love the bronzer, love the blush duo, love the palette. The palette is probably my favorite, and I'm really, really excited to try it. Other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel below, or I'll put like a little clicky thing that you can click onto. But yeah, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.